Now that we've set up the customer and the contact, I'm going to walk you through how to set up a new property. So we're going to go down in the customer detail page for this Jones company. We're going to do add a property, and we're going to call this one medieval times dinner and tournament. So the address 7662 Beach Boulevard, Boynton Park. Here we go. So we're going to confirm this, and we're going to add a geofence to this property. So this will plot the location, and that's when we can put up our trigger zone so that when we go and service the property, it will allow our technicians to check in. Okay, and I'm going to save. That's successfully saved. Now I get a handoff immediately to either create another property, or I can go ahead and create the job. So now we'll go ahead and create the job. My primary contact is going to be John, or I can create a new contact if I'd like. It already pulls his information in, so I can go next. I can pick the frequency, so they want once a week on Wednesday. So that will be 4 services. The supervisor is going to be Ben, and the admin will be Haley. Service type is going to be, we're going to pick sweeping for this one. And the start date is going to be Friday the 27th. Our budget time on this one is 2 hours. We don't have any time restrictions. There's no access restrictions. If we did, we'd have a little note that we can put in here how much time we'd spend and what the procedure is for getting in. In this case, we don't have anything. It's an open lot. We'll go ahead and hit next, scope of work. So no additional description, no internal notes. So none of this information would go to the customer. This would just be our personal notes. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. So here we have, for recurring, we don't offer a T&M option. It's always going to be fixed cost. So this is what we're going to be invoicing the customer every month. So let's see, on a weekly for 2 hours, this is going to actually give me my cost breakdown per service, my hourly rate, once I start to put in the times. Okay, so at $1,500, I got a cost per service of $375. I got an hourly rate of $178 an hour, and here's where I can put my purchase orders. So that may be a little bit high. Maybe I'm going to do $1,350, and that gets me to $337.50. I like that number. We're going to apply that. Here's my little costing detail breakdown here. I can always go back and edit that if I want to, and then I can go ahead and submit. So we've created the property. We did a handoff to the job now. I can always go back into the property and click the link to create another job if I wanted to. So here I have the option on this particular property to either create another job, or I can go ahead and view the job. So I'm finished creating jobs. This is helpful when you're setting up a new customer that has multiple jobs. You can go in and just create one job after another, after another, after another. In this case, I'm finished. So I'm going to go ahead and click view job, and I can go in and actually view this job. So now we have all the information here. We can see the work order is generated. So our next service date is 11/1. So when I click on this will actually take me to the work order. So this is a link. Once the service has been completed, it's going to drop down here to the last service date, and then the next work order will populate here. If I want to see the list of work orders, those are all going to be down here in the work order section, and these will continue to generate. So it's always going to generate the first work order, but at night, it will, every night it's going to generate future work orders. So you'll be able to see all of your service dates. You've got your invoices down here. As those generate, if you choose to automatically invoice your customer. If you've got your invoice configuration here. You can click and you can actually set up an invoice configuration. I'll do that in another video, but this is how to set up a job. Next, I'll show you how to do assignments for your work orders.